Hey guys, this is Sean with Integrity Ranch. We just got the one of our goats and sheep herds moved over to this new lease. We've had this lease for over a year now, but we've never had goats or sheep on it. We just had cows here, and the bulls have spent most of the summer here. And it doesn't look like much. It's been brush hogged recently and stuff, but down in these draws there's a lot of brush, buckbrush, sumac. I mean, there's a lot of goat feed here. These goats are going to spend the winter. Goats and sheep will spend the winter here. There's more goats here than sheep. I mean, you can see them right here. They're already found a clump of buckbrush they're going after. So they're going to spend the winter here, and the reason we've never had sheep and goats here is it's got a really good perimeter fence. But the landowner, you know, he recently bought this piece, and when he bought it, we were able to get it leased. But he likes coming out here with his kids and driving around in the side-by-side and just enjoying the property, and he doesn't mind the animals, but he doesn't want a bunch of fences in his way. And so that's kind of been, he's real chill about it, real workable, but we're having to kind of work around that, not having a bunch of fences set up for rotating. And so that's why we've waited till now. It's November 6th, day after the election. Most of the parasites are dead. They go dormant when it gets real cold. So it's gonna allow us to not be so strict on our rotating. But it's what we're gonna do to keep these guys moving and not setting up campsites. If they start to set up a campsite for too long, I will just fence a big circle. That way he can drive all the way around it, but it's a circle where they can't come camp in that area. But it's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to, there's a lot of hilltops throughout here, and I'm going to keep the minerals and dog feeder, and if I ever feed them any hay, I'll just constantly move that. Every couple days I'll move their minerals, and hopefully I'll always put it on a hilltop in hope to kind of show them that's a nice spot they can go spend the night. But yeah, if this was summertime, springtime especially, I would not want to be doing this set stock like it's going to be. But right here has been brush hogged. The recentus up front is a lot taller, so there's some good feed here for sheep and goats. A lot of acorns, there's a lot of oak trees, there's patches of woods, and so this is a really nice place to bring them for winter. There's a lot of cover, and they'll be able to winter out here. And then the piece that they were on is it's still got quite a bit of feed, another lease piece we have, and so we might rotate the home herd of sheep and goats. So it's about a mile down the road. We just take them down the road. If you don't have babies and stuff, then it's pretty easy. I mean, you'd have to be careful with your guard dogs. What we always do is we'll put some crates in a truck, put the guard dogs in the crates, and that way the guard dogs don't make the road drive with us. But you do have to keep them moving. If you slow up very much, they're going to want to start grazing and going into the neighbor's yard. But we just try to make it fast. It's about a mile down the road. We'll get them on the road and just kind of keep a fast walk or a trot the whole time. But I would never do that with babies or mothers that were getting close to lambing or kidding. But in the wintertime, it works. So we'll probably, sometime this winter, we'll take the home herd to where the lease piece these guys were at. And these guys will stay here this winter. These draws are just loaded with buckbrush. I think they could winter here without any hay. But the landowner has a barn up here, and there's hay in it, and so he wants me to feed that. So we will be feeding some hay, but I don't really think they would need it so much. Down in these draws, there's fescue that's 16 inches tall where he couldn't brush hog. But this wouldn't work for a lot of people because they're not willing to work. Working with landowners can be tough, and there's so much about it that I'd rather not do. But if it means I can get my hands on some ground, I'm going to be workable. He doesn't expect the rent for this piece is very reasonable. But he wants to be able to enjoy his piece. And the two main things for him is driving around wherever he wants, whenever he wants. He doesn't mind opening one gate, but the rest he kind of wants to just be able to drive around. And he has a tractor to brush hog. He likes to brush hog, and he likes to see it, pretty managed, which for sheep and goats, I'd rather it get a little brushy. They love that. But, I'm not going to throw a fit if that means I'm going to lose the lease. And so you got to be able to work with people. It's not fun sometimes, but if you don't do it, you may not get the lease. And our biggest holdback is just a lack of ground. We really struggle to keep, enough ground. Like, we could run more animals. I'd have more cows and more sheep, more goats, all of them, if I had enough ground. I'm constantly just fully stocked on every piece because it's hard to get your hands on ground, and it's pretty pricey to buy. So anyway, I'm rambling on, I guess, but sometimes you got to be workable if you want to keep a lease. So a couple thoughts for you. I got to get the mineral feeder and dog feeder over here and go get some cows moved today. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day, and we'll see you on the next one.